everyone, Megan Benanti here, and this is Rise and Shine. These are readings to help you on your evolution. Oh, and I don't know if you can hear that. There's a corgi barking in the background. Sorry. So today's question is, what do I need to do to clear my energy? And we all go through this at different times in our life. Sometimes our energy can be super heavy and negative and oppressive, or it feels like a black cloud and we can't quite figure out what it is, but it's there and it's looming and it doesn't feel good. And then there's going to be other times where it's like, yeah, it's like I have an itch that I can't scratch, but I don't know what it is. I just feel like it's kind of back there, but it's not a big deal, but I do feel like it's there every day. And so let's take a look at clearing that for you guys. So we're going to tackle 4 questions with the tarot today. And please know that the tarot is very helpful in this. It helped me in clearing my own energy throughout the years and growing and navigating from this process. So it's kind of fabulous in that regard. So our 4 questions are going to be, what is the source of my negative energy? Second, why am I holding on to this energy? Third, what will I gain by letting it go? And then 4th and finally, how do I clear myself of this negativity? And I thought those 4 would be really helpful to kind of take a look at, and then it at least gives you a starting point. So, maybe it'll help you to tackle it more deeply in therapy, or launch into a book that's going to help you navigate more deeply and effectively at healing yourself. So kind of take it from here and we'll get started. And always know, if you need a book reference, I put all my favorite books on my website. I'm not a publisher. I haven't published anything at this point yet. We'll see what happens there. But I always like to have a source of good reads on my website so that other people can navigate that if they've got questions. So please feel free to check that out. That's tarotdallas.com. All right, so let's take a look at our charms. Let's see. We are choosing 3, and our 3 for today are a camel, a one-humped camel, if that makes a difference to you. We have a laptop computer. So some of you will choose the laptop. And finally, one of my favorites, the worn out old Converse sneaker. So you will choose either the camel, the laptop, or the sneaker. Let's take a moment to think about those as you kind of choose. I'll talk to you a little bit about each charm. So a camel, that is a creature of endurance and known for its ability to go for long periods of time without water. And so we cross the desert on it. They're big. They're strong personalities, a little bit smelly. It's not a creature you're going to bathe a lot. But they work for us very well. They allow us to sit on them and ride them. So, it's a very functional and human-friendly animal, but also strong-willed personality. The laptop computer, well, okay, going to connect with work, but it also connects with our personal lives, and so much of our communication comes through the laptop. It's portable. It can go with you wherever you need to go. It's got a functional keyboard. It's got the fingertip mouse pad. So very utilitarian here. And so that communication might be a personal expression for you. Also think about it. It's modern technology. It's moving forward. Well, actually, all 3 of these are about movement and moving forward, because the camel can help you travel. The computer can help you with the technology to move forward, and the sneaker, of course, protects your feet to move forward. And sneakers are all about movement and action in our lives, whereas the computer might be a little bit more about thought process. And the camel may be a little bit more about giving or sharing with someone else, because to work with a camel, you have to have that combined effort between you and the camel. But we have the sneaker, so it's worn out. It's been through a lot, so it's already been on this journey with you. It's comfortable, but we all know Converse, like the old school ones, not the platform, but the old school ones are not as comfortable as some other shoes. Of course, now they're updating that, which we love. But because I know any of you who wear Converse, I'm a loyalist. I collect them. I have multiple pairs of Converse. So, but the old ones really weren't as supportive, and so your feet would hurt after wearing them all day long. And this is the old high top style, so the idea of an original thought or an original idea, and kicking it old school, or maybe feeling old and worn out. So those are some ideas for you to help kind of choose your charm there. All right, now let's dive into your reading. And you guys can always jump ahead to the reading that you want to find. And I am still learning technology on YouTube. I'm doing the best I can. I am not a techie person. I'm an art person. And so I do watch videos to help me, but it's been a little bit of a slower process for me. So I will try to make things easier progressively for you. I've been watching YouTube videos. I have a new look. I've been growing out my hair and I just have not been able to figure out what to do with it. So working on that. I took the time to do full-on makeup today, so I hope you guys appreciate it. And if it's a waste of my time, just let me know, because hey, it does take time. I will give you that. All right, Camel people, so you are up first. Let's take a look at what we have for you. Okay. And please know, I've already set my intentions here ahead of time. All right, so first off, we have 10 of Cups for you. And so the source of your negative energy it's really coming from family. And it's interesting because I have an octopus here. And so very much looking at, 8 legs and going in a lot of different directions. And for those of you with kids, it might be feeling really drained from children. But it can also be, if you don't have children, that you're drained from taking care of other family members right now. And also the idea, though, I want you to consider that you have inherited this. And this would be nurture versus nature. So we automatically do what our parents do because that's what we learn. And so you've been doing this for a long time. Unfortunately, you have learned some of this quality, this negative energy from your family and from the dynamics in there. So this is an opportunity to break that chain and free yourself of that. Now, I will say, you've got it down pretty well. You've got 8 tentacles here, 8 legs, like suctioned into this on multiple levels. But one of the things I want you to really think about with an octopus is they can actually get through anything. There are literally no bones in an octopus, so they can squeeze through a little teeny tiny tube. And this gives you the ability to be completely flexible with releasing this energy from you. So, now, why are you holding on to this? Oh, honestly, wow, we got the Hierophant. So this is traditional for you. You're really deeply rooted into this, and it's part of your belief system. And so you have to decide, how does this belief system work for you? Why do you want to hold on to this? Because I think you're identifying yourself with this right now, and that feels, that's a big one. That's a big thing to kind of think about and work through. But that also means that you can. And part of the thing I asked is, why are you holding on to this energy? And we have the moon. And so, that brings uncertainty into play. So part of this, you don't know why you hold on to this, but it's been a defining factor of who you are. And with the moon and the Hierophant combined, both a lot of mysticism in there, a lot of spiritual energy. But the Hierophant, of course, is a learned situation, whereas the moon is very organic. And it has kept you safely on your path this far, but it doesn't mean that it has to be part of your path going forward. And so you have the choice, and that's part of this lunar energy of defining how you want to move forward. Is this something that you really need to hold on to because it is negative in nature? And you have to decide, do I want to be negative? Does this help me? How does this serve me? And then finally, I asked, how do you clear yourself of this? And interesting, we got the King of Pentacles, but he is in reverse here. And it's an interesting one because he has zombie eyes, you know. So for some of you, there might be an acknowledgement of really needing to clear some energy around your relationship with your dad. There might have been an aspect that felt ingenuine, or that he was never able to fill, or that maybe he couldn't really see you for who you really are. And I want you to allow that, to know that he did the best he could, and there was a way in which he was truly incapable. And so it's going to come from you being able to let that go. And on some level, we're talking about forgiveness here, letting go of control. When we're mad at someone, we can hold on to that energy. And I want you to just think about letting that dissipate. And what just came through as I think about Pentacles energy, and we're back in warm weather here. I know this sounds crazy. I want you to plant your hands into the earth. So this might be digging a hole to plant a flower. It might be holding on to a tree or to a root. I feel like I need you to touch the ground. And I know this just sounds hokey and witchy or whatever. And I don't mean it to be. I'm not a particularly witchy person. I don't call myself a witch. I don't really identify that way. And yet I'm a huge gardener. And a lot of my source of healing came from my garden work. And so I want you to kind of connect yourself to the earth and just say, allow some level of forgiveness, and just say, I understand that my father did the best he could, and I'm willing to let this go. It might be just touching a tree trunk, however it works for you. But give it a try. If nothing else, you're verbally acknowledging that. And that's, I mean, if we're in pain, aren't you willing to try anything? So, okay, just give it a shot. All right, so that's my tidbit for you Camel people. And think about this. You've been carrying this around for so long now. And this is saying, okay, it's time to let this goal go. I am really thirsty for fulfillment in my life. And so here you are. And to release this, you're releasing it into the earth, and it can transmute itself back into something that can grow and become beautiful again. All right, so that's our Camel people. Let us take a look at our computer people. And, you know, I promise the more advanced I get with technology, the more that I will get these cards posted so you can see them, you know, on the videos and that kind of thing. Just not my forte, and maybe I need to get help. I need a helper in this case. So, all right. Computer people, let's see what we've got for our laptops. Okay. Well, this is interesting. Okay, so guys, what do you need to do to clear your energy? You guys have to build some more self-confidence. And we've got 9 of Pentacles here. What a beautiful card this is. And, you know, it's interesting. It's not, sometimes Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles will be laid out in a path. This one, it's not. And I do, by the way, I do want you guys to know I can read less cards and get a ton of information, because that was my training from Mary K. Greer. Like, I had to read on a card for 10 minutes, one card. And so I can get a lot of information out of one card. So I use less cards, but still pull info out. Okay, so we need to get you guys feeling a little more secure about yourselves. And this isn't about the path. Now, there is an aspect for you that you're thinking, oh my God, I should be more accomplished right now. And you need to let that go. We are always on our journey. And often you will find yourself some level of embarrassment that you're not as far along as the person next to you. So quit comparing yourself. You know, especially if you're in your 20s, hey, you're not going to be far along. You're just figuring out what to do with your life. In your 30s, you're generally trying to figure out a family. In your 40s, you're really focused on your career again. In your 50s, you're thinking, oh my God, I've got to get finished with my career so I can retire in my 60s, if that's a possibility. But 50s is going to be very career focused. 60s, we are looking at how do I wind down. So, you know, think about this. You've got a laptop and you need to build more of a sense of security for yourself. And if you're online all the time, what is that going to do? Build and reinforce your insecurities. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, all of the social media stuff, and you're comparing yourself, it's a kick in the gut. Quit beating yourself up about that. Okay. Now, why are you holding on to this energy? And I've got 5 of Swords, and interesting, it's in reverse. You simply need to forgive yourself. You were all caught up in these thoughts and ideas, these belief systems. There's a lot of healing and transformation that is happening within this card for me. There's a calming of the emotions. You just need to let it go. And I think for you, part of this is going to be setting a boundary around how much time you're on your social media or you're on the computer. You know, put it down. Check out a book instead. Like, tap into something. You know, go in the New York Times bestsellers and pick out something that might help you to build more confidence within yourself. Get like Daring Greatly by Brene Brown. We just love her. Untamed by Glennon Doyle. You know, just something out there that might help you raise up a notch. Or look at some positive thinking or some spiritual growth. Just something to push you in another direction so you're not going to the computer all the time. You can also tap into your creative energy in any way, shape, or form, because that's going to help you to realign with the divine. And we all need as much energy of that as we can get. So find some forgiveness in yourself. Quit beating yourself up. You tend to nitpick, and I feel like you're over picking. It's like over tweezing your eyebrows, picking on a zit until it gets really infected. You need to back off and be nice to you. So I know you can do this, even if you're feeling a little OCD or over compulsive about things. This is where you take control of your life. So, all right, now, what will I gain from this by letting it go? Hello, the world. How about that? Can you do any better than that? This is the last card in the deck. It's reaching on a level of attainment. This is the gold medal in the Olympics to me. You get up on that podium, you're like, yes, I've done it. And so go for that. You can totally manage this behavior that you're dealing with. And you're going to be so done with it. Look, for you right now, the world's breaking apart. You're going to be over that energy and really moving into completeness of yourself. So you've totally got this. It's just a little switch in your mindset. And that is really the easiest thing we can do. All right. And your last one, how do you clear yourself of this negative energy? And we have the Hermit in reverse. Uh-oh. Okay, you're holding on to this. You think this is going to be hard. And the more that you think it's going to be hard, the harder it's going to be. And, you know, belief systems are weird things. And as humans, we don't give credit to things that are easy. We like things to be really hard. If it's hard, then I know I've done a good job. And yet those are the things that we're most resistant to doing. You know what? Changing yourself is literally the easiest thing we can do. We literally have to think about our mindset. And it's like, you know what? I don't like thinking this way. This makes me unhappy. I think I'll think of another way. So just replace the thought process. This doesn't need to be hard for you. It doesn't need to be something you hold on to. But you have 2 9s here, also the last of the single digits, so closure and completion. You're really ready to be done with this. Don't feel like this is going to be a burden that you have to endure. Tap into your spiritual self. Let go of your ego. I feel like this is a challenge for your ego, but your spirit self, way beyond connecting on the internet. It's so much more powerful than that. So just allow your own energy and brilliance to shine through. Not sure how to do that? Start journaling, start creating, and again, get away from the computer. Computer is going to be very, very ego-based, and we love to feed our ego, and our ego loves to be fed, but it's kind of a vacuum and it's never satisfied. Whereas our soul is always on its journey and it's always satisfied. Okay, so I hope that helps you guys out. I feel like you've got the easiest transition to make so far, and yet you got to get out of your own way. So just allow yourself to do that. All right, so let us take a look at our sneaker, people, and we'll see what we have for you guys. Okay. Let's see. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And I will learn to edit these little moments of time out so that you guys can get through this more quickly. All right, little worn out sneaker. Let's see what we have for you. Okay, so what is the source of your negative energy? Interesting. We have the Fool. The Fool is 0 energy. So it's before ideas, before manifestation. This is about having faith. And sometimes I feel like you might have a bit of a struggle trusting yourself, and you just need to take a leap of faith and go for this. You totally have the ability to jump forward. You are comfortable with where you're at. And so sometimes something new, it's like, oh, do I have to? Do I need to bother with that? Yeah, if you want change, you gotta bother with that. So give yourself, just spiritually open up and ask God to help you on this journey. However you connect with the divine, whether it's through prayer or meditation or just asking, just like, please provide the opportunity for me to move forward. And now that I have these great sneakers on, I am ready to take that step. I just need to see where to take a step. All right. So why are you holding on to this energy? Because right now, Queen of Pentacles here. Oh, pardon me, Queen of Wands, sorry. You know who you are and you know what you're about. And for you to start something new might mean that you don't define yourself that way anymore. And that can be a little bit scary. So again, it's getting out of your comfort zone. And sometimes it's like having to be a student again. And the older we get, the less we want to have to go back to the beginning. And it's not that we don't want to learn things new. It's more that I don't want to feel stupid. I'm a master at what I do now. I'm owning that. I love that. And I got to be open to listening to someone else and feeling wrong and feeling ignorant. And, and it's not the end of the world, but we kind of get in a habit and a routine of like staying in our comfort zone the older we get because we know what we're good at. So for you, I feel like This is an opportunity for you to grow, so you're gonna have to get a little uncomfortable, and that's okay. Now, why are you holding on to this energy? 5 of Wands. And so with this, interesting. You enjoy good competition. You like being adept, like everyone else. I honestly feel like you've got a lot of strength here. And that your energy isn't that bad. Like, it feels really pretty darn good. You just have to kind of get over this little hump right now. So this isn't like super negative, super depression kind of stuff. One of the things though, there is a little bit of fighting. Like, I want to win. I want to be right. This is my competitive edge, and is knowing what I know. And so for you, you're going to have to get over this idea of scarcity again, or doing something new. Not the end of the world, but it's just a little bit of a re-identification. All right, now how do you clear yourself of this negativity? And we have Justice. She is in reverse here. So it's just acknowledging that for the moment, you will have to be out of balance. Your ego will be out of balance with your soul, meaning you're gonna have to allow your soul to shine through and enjoy the process of learning something new and being a child and being open rather than controlling. And that ego is the part that wants to say, no, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right. And that's okay. It's also going to create a little bit of instability for you, but know this is building a new foundation, and you're going to be so much stronger for it. Also, there's something coming up that this has been part of who you are for a long time. You've earned and owned this stability in your life, and so that's the part that seems rattling. And maybe, oh, interesting. So building a new foundation, that's what this is about for you. This is going to be good. A little bit scary, but good. So I want you to hang in there and persevere and be open to whatever potential is coming towards you, because I feel like you can totally do this. And this is really, really good stuff for you. And you've got the sneakers. You're in shape for this. You're ready to take this and run for it. Go running with it. So it's a really, really good thing. All right, everyone. So those are your readings for today. I do hope that they helped. Please feel free to leave me any comments below. Please like the video, share the video. I'm new on this journey, so any kind of input or advice that you have for me, I'm totally open to it. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye for now.